It does seem pretty bad. Ooh, what's in here?
State attenti. As a consequence of the flooding further up the island.
Yeah, no.
There! On him! You know what to do, stay calm!
You're not defending this place.
Stupido!
Oh, basta! Vergogna!
Alright, fine, you're gone. Now you can get... Yeah, thank you. Codex page acquired. We're gonna need those in the future, so it's actually worth collecting as much as we can right now. You won't know why until later, but we do actually need to make sure we collect some of those, as many of those as we can.
Beware the latest shipment of ore from the merchant Fidello. Several members have cast inferior bronze from it, suspecting impurity.
Remember, our goal is to relive Ezio's memories so we can learn as he learns to be an assassin. And do other things, but we won't know about those until later. This is not a completionist playthrough, but we will do most of the story relevant stuff at the very least. For the world and lore of Assassin's Creed. Now it's time to learn to do some cool shit.
Father said there was a door here.
Use my talents, which means eagle vision. Eagle vision. You can see the hidden room. And this is a very important scene. This is where Ezio gets his signature suit. And his sword.
E tu bring this to Messer Roberto.
Now we got a cape, too. Don't have our hidden blade yet. It's broken. We don't have it yet.
Traditore! Hey, what's with the swords? Aren't you supposed to arrest me?
No!
No!
What do you want?
For you to die!
Well, that's not going to happen. So why don't we explore other options?
There are no other options!
There we go. And now we blend in perfectly with the environment. Clearly... Okay, let's talk about this, actually. So I mentioned this during the Assassin's Creed 1 playthrough. Part of the reason that Altair wears... Part of the reason why Altair wears the white hood is because that outfit allows him to blend in with the scholars that are strewn about the Holy Land. It's similar enough that if he is in a crowd of scholarly men, he can blend in seamlessly and look like one of them. That is why his outfit is pure white. It is to blend in with the scholars of the Holy Land. This outfit does not serve that purpose. In fact, it is one of the most visually striking things in the entire scene. You do the opposite of standing out with his outfit. Or of blending in with his outfit. You stand out super hard.
Ezio Auditore? What are you doing here at this hour?
I don't...
Wait, child. Take a breath. Collect your thoughts.
My father and brothers have been imprisoned. I was told to bring you this.
I see now. It's a misunderstanding, Ezio. I'll clear
Look, it's
everything.
bad guy.
How?
Another
The
cloaked guy.
documents you've given me contain evidence of a conspiracy against your family and against the city. I'll present these papers at their hearing in the morning, and they'll be released.
Thank you, Signore.
Of course, my child. Do you need a place to stay? You're more than welcome here.
No, grazie. I'll meet you at the piazza.
Don't worry, Ezio. Everything is going to be fine.
It's daytime now. There's my viewpoint over here. Assassin's robes acquired. These most
Life expectancy?
outlandish outfits we could find. Not necessarily. It's not. To be clear, though, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because one of the most important things about character design, especially main character design, is they need to be distinctive.
He was right here.
And for better and for worse, this outfit is purely Ezio's. Ezio is the only assassin in the entire franchise that wears this distinctive outfit. This Italian Renaissance fashion molded into an assassin's robe. He is not an assassin yet, Xenochrist. We haven't gotten there. It is true. You don't have the practical considerations of the scholars that Altair does. So this outfit doesn't have the quality where it's inconspicuous in the right light. It stands out like a sore thumb. But on the same token, Hitman Agent 47 has that barcode on the back of his neck that makes him blend in, or makes him stand. I'm sorry, not blend in. The opposite. Stand out with the rest of the scene. And sure, that isn't great if you're looking at it practically from a standpoint of an assassin. You don't want to have the very visible barcode being the thing that sets you apart from everyone else. Something obviously anyone can see with their eyeballs. However, in defense of this, at the same token, it is very easy for the player to look into this crowd and understand who they're playing as based on the outfit of the main character. Which Altair also had that quality, because we as the player can see the red sash on his belt and the knife on his back and know that's our player character. And so it's easy to make the joke, this is Ezio's this outfit is outlandish and doesn't blend in. But doesn't have to.
Attenzione!
Because the only people who are
It has
really
caught
seeing
the
it
attention of the signoria
are the players.
that the young man
These are
has
NPCs.
destroyed the city's
They don't have eyeballs.
While
They have
nothing
routines and
stopped
algorithms
saying,
that they go
remember,
by.
it is only divertimento
So they don't
until
need
someone breaks
to
a
see
leg.
it. And if I wanted to, I could just wish Altair's off it right now, because I have it
Today's
unlocked thanks to
top
you playing.
stories.
Um,
The short supply of wheat from
Thanks
this
to you
year's
playing,
harvest
quotes.
has pushed the price up 6 florins per hundredweight, and the Arno has again flooded near Castel Sant'Angelo.
is it immersive narratively? In a sense, yes. I would say. Not because it blends in, because obviously we can all have eyes, we can tell it doesn't blend in. Because this robe is an heirloom from his father, which, as you will see in a second, does mean a couple things. So like maybe it's not blending in, but we can like pretend that that's just because Ezio is particularly skilled at blending in. But this robe being what he wears, because it is a symbol of his father, you can totally believe it.
Giovanni Auditore, you and your accomplices stand accused of the crime of treason. Have you any evidence to counter this charge?
Yes, the documents that were delivered to you last night.
I'm afraid I know nothing of these documents.
He's lying! Need to get closer.
In the absence of any compelling evidence to the contrary, I am bound to pronounce you guilty. You
There's literally
and
a
your
man over his shoulder.
collaborators are hereby sentenced to death.
You are a traitor, Roberto, and one of them. You may take our lives this day, but we will have yours in return, I swear! We will! Father!
There! Grab the boy! He's one of them!
I'll kill you for what you've done!
Guards! Arrest him!
Abatete. Better run, boy. And fast.
Bye! So yeah, like, it makes sense that Ezio would wear this outfit because his father is dead, and it's like it's his one memory of him. I could see that, like, being immersive in that sense. But you are right. I do wish that they had threaded the needle between something that was a little less conspicuous. Because, spoiler alert, this outfit sets the tone for the rest of the series. And so I wish they had gotten that needle threaded here so that they could keep that pattern going for the rest of the series. Fortunately, because this became the most popular Assassin's Creed game by a country mile, they had no incentive to think about that. Yeah, the assassin's robes.
I've identified several strange markings that I've discovered right across Renaissance Italy. Now, I don't know what they're doing there, but I want you to help me find out. Rebecca has marked their general location in the database with an eye icon, and she's made them glow as well. Keep an eye out.
Good. Okay, okay, Sean, Rebecca, we'll help you with that.
Serezio, thank God. I've been looking everywhere for you.
I couldn't stop them, Annetta. I tried, I swear. But there were so many guards.
Please, come with me. We need to get you off the streets.
What of my mother and sister?
They're safe. I'll bring you to them.
No, it's too dangerous for us to travel together. Tell me where to go and I'll meet you there.
My sister's house, just north of the Duomo.
I'm on my way.
It's great for marketing. I agree. I think that's probably the reason. Give me a second. Because, like, if you look at key art from Assassin's Creed throughout the series, fortunately, Magic the Gathering is probably the most comprehensive set I could find in short notice, so forgive me for using my card games again. Creature. Assassin. Like if we go into this gallery here, like this silhouette of the hooded man in pure white does become the marketing gimmick for Assassin's Creed more or less from this point forward. The silhouette of the hooded figure is great for Assassin's Creed because no matter which point in history the game is set in, when you see this hood in this style of robe, you can tell it's an Assassin's Creed character instantly, without any hesitation. So, like, it's easy for us to clown on Ezio's robes, and to some degree that's deserved. But if you're trying to get Assassin's Creed in people's minds, and to get them to associate that with a symbol, this hooded figure in flowing robes becomes an incredibly strong symbol throughout the entire franchise. Man or woman, as long as you see the hood in flowing robes, even doesn't have to be white. It can be black, it can be red, it can be any color. But you see that hood over the eyes and a robe-esque attire, you know it's an Assassin's Creed character. You just know it immediately. And there'll be customizations for each era in history, but generally the same profile is preserved from protagonist to protagonist, with a few notable exceptions that mostly revolve around the RPG games, like the Origins, which, then again, also Origins does have the hood and the robe, but Odyssey and Valhalla don't have this, but everyone else in the series does. Even Boss Sim in the standalone game that was going to be Valhalla DLC has the hood and the robes. So yeah, we will joke about this. However, it is the most iconic symbol of the franchise. And as much as like you can joke doesn't blend in with the environment, for the perspective of the player and for marketing, it is actually a very good design. And I say this as someone who was burnt out of Assassin's Creed up until relatively recently. Although I am interested in Shadows, because Shadows from what I've seen so far looks good. I'm gonna wait for reviews on that one, but I am optimistic about Shadows. The Feudal Japan one that's about to come out. I'm optimistic about that game.
Fresh cut leeches. Who requires bleeding?
That got a cloak before. He's here! I'm sure. Where do I know him?
And the reason I talk about this in particular is that you do see, like, a lot of people joke about the clown suit and like give Ezio and the franchise some guff for it, and it's not undeserved. It is a goofy outfit that doesn't quite blend in. It's not undeserved, but there are more considerations than that. So I do wish that they had found a way to tell that balance, but for the series, it is probably a net positive that the characters look visually distinct in a way that transcends space and time. Regardless of the era, you can see this silhouette and know this is a protagonist from an Assassin's Creed game.
Make them cry!
There is value in that.
Ha! There! After him, did he get clear?
Let's sync up to this viewpoint because. Oh, that's funny. Race. I don't see a glyph. We'll have to do those at some point, but that is a future me problem.
I think we have the wrong building.
No. No, this is it.
We're in a brothel.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Messer Ezio. Annetta speaks quite highly of you. I can see why.
I appreciate the kind words, Madonna.
Ti prego, call me Paola.
Thank you for offering your home to my family, Paola.
It was the least I could do. You must be tired. Perhaps you'd...
No, grazie. I can't stay.
Why? Where are you going?
To kill Uberto Alberti.
I understand your desire for vengeance, but the Gonfaloniere is a powerful man. You are not a killer, Ezio.
Spare me the lecture.
But I can make you one.
And why are you going to teach me how to kill?
I'm not. I'm going to teach you how to survive. Come.
I do like that framing. You're not a killer. And he's ready for the lecture of I don't you don't you're a good person, you don't have to be that way. He's ready for that lecture and then it doesn't come. It's like, yeah, you're not a killer. Yet. You're not good enough for it yet. You gotta get there. You gotta get there first.
Discretion is paramount in my profession.
It's good framing.
We must walk the streets freely, seen but unseen. You too must learn to blend like us, and become one with the city's crowds. My girls will show you how.
So, this is kind of like why the clown
We
suit
have
doesn't
to
matter
take
so
care of
much.
you.
Is like Ezio is learning how to blend in with a crowd. So this is the act of blending.
Anytime.
So our goal here is to blend in with the crowds so that the guards don't see us. So this is how they kind of sell that, like, even though he's wearing this outfit, he's still sneaky. It's by giving you the blending mechanic, like, immediately after getting the suit. Like, yeah, like, he does stand out, but he's taught himself how to not stand out when he wants to be hidden. Because this social stealth has always been kind of like a key pillar of the Assassin's Creed. Like, instead of sneaking by, like, crouching... you are sneaking by just walking in plain sight. That's always been like a key pillar of the series up until the recent games.
Funny clothes.
And so that's kind of like what we're learning now, is how this game translates that idea of hiding in plain sight from the first game to a new engine, or in a new framework for how to play this series.
Hold a moment, Messere.
An outlandish hood. Damn, foreigners.
Like, yeah, they catch you and then you blend in and they don't catch you anymore. I do miss the blending from AC1 sometimes, but for what they want to do with this franchise, this is probably a more sensible system. Because that's the fantasy of Assassin's Creed has always been walking to your target through the shadows, assassinating them in public in a very high-profile assassination, and then blending into the environment to disappear and become invisible to the guards. That's the power fantasy that this franchise has been built on.
Bene. Now that you've learned to blend, I'll show you how to use it for more than just moving around. Let's teach you how to steal. Thief! Thief! Once you've stolen from someone, Ezio, you mustn't linger.
Help! Somebody stop him! Help me!
So this is how you make money, is by just stealing it from people on the streets. I don't know how I feel about the prostitutes teaching you how to steal. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because in general, like, this series is typically pretty good about how it treats those in the lower class.
You can go now, girls.
Oh,
for better and for worse.
So
He's cute. Now that you have learned how to approach the enemy, we need to find you a suitable weapon.
What would you have me use?
Ah, but you already have the answer.
Hey, my father's blade and bracer. How did you get them?
By using the same skills I've just taught you.
It's not exactly in working condition.
I assume you're familiar with Leonardo da Vinci.
See, but how does a painter factor into this?
He's far more than that. Bring him the pieces. You'll see.
Before I go, one last question, if I may.
Of course.
Why have you given your aid so readily to me, a stranger?
I too know betrayal.
I don't believe they ever elaborate on that. Which I think is cool. Like that's just a story that goes relative, like that goes on outside of our purview. We're gonna try to do sneaky things. Gonna do a little bit of role playing, even though you could just. Even though you could just, like, run the rooftops, I do like the idea of just sneaking around. And it's not too far. Because this is the fantasy, is hiding in plain sight. This is what the game wants you to do to feel powerful. and make money.